ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सुमुखश्च एकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लंबोदरश्च विकटो विघ्नराजो विनायकः धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षः पालचन्द्रो गजाननः वक्रतुण्डः शूर्पकर्णो हेरम्बः स्कन्धपूर्वजः शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सच्चिदानंद रूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदांत वेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतं वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचिधकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यः हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। So with Bhagavan's grace, let us take up from where we left off in our last session. We came up to slokam number 37 in Adhyayam 25, Skandham number 3. Atah vibhutim mama maya vinah tam aiswaryam ashtangam anuprabhuttam shriyam bhagavatim vasprahayanti bhadram parasya me te asnate tu loke. Number 37 that we covered last time. Then all the various powers that happen as this bhakta progresses through the various spheres of awareness, different powers show up. And then in Vaikuntham itself, in the company of Bhagavan, Pratyaksham, then that has got a sampath of its own. But without being distracted, without desiring or being attracted by any of these, completely focused only on Bhagavan Vaikuntadipati, not Vaikuntham, but the Vaikuntadipati he is focused on. He finally attains him, definitely attains him. That's what we came up to in 37. Now, today with Swami's grace, let us take up 38 to 44. That will take us to the conclusion of this Adhyayam. And then it is so beautiful, then with his grace, what Kapila Muni says in this Adhyayam is exactly what Krishna Bhagavan says in the Bhagavad Gita. And those corresponding teachings, pronouncements, assurances, and lessons and guidance that Bhagavan gives, we will take up on from Bhagavad Gita tomorrow. But today, 38 to 44 with His grace, with His grace and with His will. Let us see. That's a plan, and let us see how Swami guides us. 38 to 44, giving an overall picture. Now we get an idea of what bhakti is. Swami has taught us that, right? We've gone through it to some degree. Then he says, and what happens when a bhakta starts practicing the bhakti yoga? What happens, right? The various stages, right? Then the bhakta considers Bhagavan as the nearest to the dearest. Their soul, their son, their companion, teacher, friend, the chosen deity, everything is Bhagavan only. Then they remain deathless, without any death, without any birth, without any death, in the Vaikuntham, in Prashanti Nilayam. Then, because even Kalam itself, the Kala Chakram itself, is absolutely powerless in dealing with them. They cannot do they cannot destroy them at all. So they have no sway over them. Now, the bhaktas who give up the desire for this world and the next world, Iham as well as Param, even the supreme world, not only heaven, even the desire for Vaikuntham also has to be given up. We saw that, right? People who are given that, and the connection of the subtle body, when our gross body stops functioning, there is a subtle body that transmigrates into the next embodiment, right? That subtle body also just links the one life to the other in the various lokangal, right? As we go through Bhulokam, Bhavarlokam, Suvarlokam, Maharlokam, Tapalokam, Pitrulokam, so many things, Satyalokam, finally we reach, right? But that subtle body, that awareness itself, what happens is, and the physical body before I leave this, and which is my body is associated with wealth, with relatives, with home, etc. But I give up everything, without even keeping an iota of anything for me or with me. That Manapanmaya mindset approach will be developed by the bhakta as it goes through. Then, with that bhakti, serve only Bhagavan. That only, exclusively, totally, only Bhagavan, only me, the all-pervading being. With bhakti that does not sway, that does not change, fixed completely, those bhaktas are definitely released by me from the samsara sagaram of birth and death. That is what he says. Except for me, the Lord of nature and of individual souls, the Prakriti as well as the Purusha, who is the Lord, Bhagavan, who is the inner Atma, and the Supreme Person with all blessed attributes, no one can get, except from me, no one can get relief from the great fear of death. It's not possible. Only in my company, only by me, that fear can be removed. The birth and death cycle can be broken only by me. Then, as Swami says, continue, for out of fear of me, the nature moves. The wind is blowing out of fear of me. The sun is shining because of fear of me. Indra rains because of fear of me. The fire burns because of fear of me. And death that consumes all also operates because of fear of me. By devotion, jnanam and vairagyam and bhakti, and the bhaktas attain my lotus feet. Then once they reach that place, that's a place where there is no fear. No fear. The concept of fear itself is absent. Man attains to the highest he can in life. What is the highest thing we can achieve? Achieve when he gains one-pointed ekagraham, one-pointed and unswerving devotion to me. And when his mind becomes absolutely undisturbed by anything does not get disturbed because it has surrendered to me. That is the bhakta who attains the highest which is moksham. Is what Bhagavan says. The Bhakta does not desire moksham, but he attains it. Okay, that requires the final slokam in 44, which is the summary of everything. So let us move on now. The remaining time, and probably we will take a few extra minutes today. 38. Na karhichit mat paraha santarupe nankashyanti naha me animishaha lodihitaha yesham aham priya atma sutascha saka guruhu suhrutaha daivam ishtam na karhichit mat paraha santarupe nankashyanti naha me animishaha lodihitaha yesham aham priya atma sutascha saka guruhu suhrutaha daivam ishtam. Santarupe is Prashanti Nilayam in Vaikuntham. Matparaha, my devotees. Karhichit, no, at no time. Na nankshyanti, they do not incur loss at any time. Me animishaha, me, my animishaha hetihi, my animishaha, without batting the eyelid, continuously awake. That hetihi, the Kala Chakram, no lady, na lady, it does not swallow them, it does not affect them. Yesham, why? Because for them, aham priya atma, I am the most, the dearest of all to them. Sutaha cha, the suhrit, sutaha means son, like a child. So I am dearest to them, I am also like their son. Sakha, and I am their friend and companion. Guruhu, I am their teacher. And Suhrutaha, I am their well-wisher. Nishtam Daivam, the form in which they worship me. Okay, all of this I am for them. All of these I am for them. Therefore, Kala Chakram cannot do anything at all. And so they reach, once they reach Vaikuntham, as we saw in Slokam 37, okay, there is no death, because I am all of this for them. Number 39 and 40. Together. Ivam lokam tata eva amum atmanam abhaya yinam atmanam anu echa iha ye rayaha pasavaha grihaha visrujyadya sarvan anyancha mamevam visvato mukham bhajanti ananyaya bhaktya tan mrutyoho atiparaye. Imam lokam tata eva amum atmanam ubhaya yinam atmanam anu ye cha iha ye rayaha pasavaha grihaha visrujya sarvan anyancha mamevam visvato mukham bhajanti ananyaya bhaktya tan mrutyoho atiparaye. Now condition. Swami says, you surrender to me. What does that mean? You must be ready and willing to give up everything. The moment I ask for it, you must be willing to give up everything. Are you ready for it? The question he says. That is surrender. Okay? True surrender is that. Everything. The spouses, the children, the wealth, life itself, everything, whatever I'm attaching and holding on to, must be given up. Am I ready for it? That's what he describes here. Ivam lokam, this world. Taya eva, same way, amum, the paralokam. Ubhayayinam, the one that connects and traverses in both worlds, both the Prakriti here as well as in the other lokangas, right? Atmanam, that subtle body. Atmanam anu, the one that also follows that subtle body. Iha, in this world. Yecha, whoever the Putra Mitra, the sons and friends and everything in this world, Rayaha, all the worlds and the wealth and all that, Pasavaha, the various cows, Grihacha, various houses, Sarvan, Anyancha, Sarvan, all those things, everything, Anyancha, even other things also, Visrujya, giving up, Visvato Mukham, the one who's got the face everywhere, the whole Vishwam, Sarva Vyapi, me, Ananyaya Bhaktya, with Ananya Bhakti. We spoke about Ananta Bhakti, Ekanta Bhakti, without exclusively, totally, without desiring, without loving anything else, total exclusive, and also loving me without being different from them. Ananyaya, ye bhajanti, whoever worships me like that, tan, those people, mrityoho, the cycle of death and birth, the samsara sagaram, atiparaye, I release them, I take them out of this ocean, the samsara sagaram, the ocean of samsara. I release them from this bondage of death and birth. So this is the condition given. Imam lokam tatayeva amum atmanam ubhayayinam atmanam anu ye cha iha ye rayaha pasavaha grihaha visrujya sarvan anyancha mamevam visvato mukam bhajanti ananyaya bhaktya tan mrityoho atiparaye. I hope you understand that. Very simple. This is what surrender is. Giving up everything. House, wives, husband, children, relatives, friends, wealth, position, power, manam, apamanam, everything, whatever I'm holding on to, dignity, humiliation, doesn't matter, disappointments, achievements, health, doesn't really matter. Everything, giving up everything, focused only on that. Those people and who love me like that, for those people, I release them from the bondage of death and birth. Number 41. न अन्यत्र मत् भगवतः प्रधान पुरुषेश्वरात् आत्मनः सर्वभूतानां भयं तीव्रं निवर्तते. See, once you reach this point is this, you don't get, you don't return at all. There is no bhayam. This is why abhaya hastam means, Swami shows abhaya hastam. That means it is not a question of fearlessness. No. It is an awareness, company of Bhagavan. Even the concept of fear doesn't arise. Fear comes only when I feel different from him. Only when there is two, there is fear. Where there is only one, there is no fear. Okay? So the feeling of separation also is gone. That is what abhayam means. So, na anyatra mat bhagavatah pradhana purusheswarat atmanah sarvabhutanam bhayam tivram nivartate. Bhagavatah pradhana purusheswarat. Bhagavatah, sarva man, the entity that is omnipotent, all powerful, all sakti, sarva sakti. Pradhana purusha iswarat. Pradhana purusha. Pradhana means in this case Prakriti, the nature. Purusha, the man. Iswaratu, the Lord. So the master of the Prakriti as well as the Purusha, master of the nature as well as the man, and one is the all-powerful, Sarvabhutanam Atmanah, for all the beings, the indweller in everything. That entity, mat, me, anyatra, without my company, mat anyatra, not being present in me. Tivram bhayam, the most intense fear is what? Mahabhayam. And this is the fear of death. That bhayam, na nivartate, it does not go. That's, in other words, except without my company, that fear does not go. That is the meaning of it. Okay? And because Bhagavatah, Sarvasaktan, Pradhana Purusha Isvarate, the master, the Lord of Prakriti as well as Purusha, Sarvabhutanam Atmanaha, indweller and everything, mat anyatra, without that company, sans my company, tivram bhayam nanivartate, mostly the intense, the frightening fear of death does not leave, does not go away. Na anyatra mat bhagavatah pradhana purusha iswarat atmanah sarvabhutanam bhayam tivram nivarsate. Number 42. Mat bhayat vati vatah ayam suryah tapati mat bhayat varshati indrah dahati agnihi mrityuhu charati mat bhayate. Mat bhayate. This is the Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad says the same thing. Okay, Swami will take it up tomorrow. Mat bhayat vatihi vatah. Ayam suryah tapati mat bhayate. Varshati indraha dahati agnihi mrityuhu charati mat bhayate. Mat bhayate. Mat in me. Bhayate, the fear. Because of the fear about me, about fear, fear of me. Okay, fear of me, because he's a master. Bhagavan is a relentless, extremely strict master. Very extremely loving, very loving. Cannot see anything, experience, even imagine anything more loving than Bhagavan. But no. He's also a strict master, very strict master, highly disciplined. My God, amazingly strict. And so all the Panchabhutangal operate in fear of him. Please remember that. So ayam vataha, this wind, mat bhayate, because of the fear of me. Vatim, it blows. Suryaha mat bhayate tapati. The Suryan also, tapati means fire, right? It burns, right? Because of fear of me. Okay? And Indraha varshati. Indra, the rains come because of fear of me. Agnihi dahati. The fire also. Where does the fire get the characteristic from? Fire burns because of the fear of me. They all act. And Mrityuhu, the deva of carrying out the death, Madhyat, Yaman, we say, Yama Bhagavan. Madhyat charati. He moves about in utter fear of me. All these Panchabhutangal, everything operates in utter fear, because I have drawn a clear marcation of what they should do, their duties, their charter and everything, and they will not move this way or that way. It's a straight line. They do not move even an iota, even a dot from what has been laid out to them. In absolute fear of me, they all operate. Madhyat vatihi vatah. Ayam suryah tapati madhyat. Varshati indraha dagati. Varshati indraha dagati agnihi. Mrityuhu charati madhyat. Now, number 43. Jnana vairagya yuktena bhakti yogena yogina. Please mark this. This is the summary of all the teachings. Okay, Bhagavad Gita, everything. If one can reflect on this and do smaranam, Bhagavan will teach. Jnana vairagya yuktena. This jnanam, what is this jnanam? Karma phala tyagam. Okay, starting point. Not the final jnanam of merging with Bhagavan. That is different. We're not there. The starting point is I must understand with clarity Bhagavan's teaching. That knowledge, understanding that lesson, that clarity, that knowledge is jnanam to start with. Karma phala tyagam. Vairagyam, attaching to Bhagavan only. Vairagyam, a special, a supreme. Vai here means ragyam means attachment. Vaira means a special attachment, a supreme attachment, a divine attachment. Attachment to the divine is vairagya. And so, karma phala tyagam, attachment to divine. That yuktena, becoming coupled with that and practicing it and become very skilled at it. Then what comes from there is bhakti yogam. That bhakti yogena, yoginaha, shemaya padamulam me pravisanti akuto bhayam. Jnana vairagya yuktena bhakti yogena, yoginaha, shemaya padamulam me pravisanti akuto bhayam. Yoginaha, yogigal who are embarked on the pathway of merging with Bhagavan, of union, of becoming one with Bhagavan. Shemaya for moksham, which means a state, very simply, where there is no sukham, there is no dukkam. Please understand that only anandam, only premam, only shanti. Right? So, jnana vairagya yuktena. With jnanam and vairagyam and becoming very skilled in that practice, bhakti yogena, the bhakti, path of bhakti, the path of devotion, loving, putting it in a simple way, loving Bhagavan exclusively and totally. That I am not doing it right now. Right? Be honest with oneself. But I need to become skilled in doing it. I need to learn how to love only Bhagavan and totally Bhagavan, exclusive of anything else. First thing, I must start practicing karma phala tyagam, jnana, vairagyam. While I'm practicing karma phala tyagam, not out of compulsion or anything like that, out of a natural process. I'm really not bothered about what the result of my action will be. Bhagavan has given, so you will take care. So I start thinking more and more about Bhagavan and start loving him. So attaching myself to Bhagavan more and more, vairagyam. Then automatically I'll be loving Bhagavan more and more and more. That jnana vairagya yuktena bhakti yogena akuto bhayam, wherever it may be present, he may be present, there is no fear at all. Minus sans any fear, because he's keeping the company of Bhagavan. In the company of Bhagavan, there's no fear. Fear doesn't exist. Me padmoolam, that place is my lotus feet, which is present all over the Vishwam, not only in the temple Garbhagraham, not only on Tirumala Hills, it is present all over the world, everywhere. Pravisanti, they attain the place where there is no fear. That is my feet. That's what surrender is. Mamekam Sharanam Raja means that feet, Bhagavan's feet. Not just a physical feet. The whole thing is present as a Vishwam. Ekapada Purushan, you say. This is the teaching from Trivikrama Avatar. The whole world is nothing but Bhagavan's Padam. We must remember that. Everything is Bhagavan's Padam only. So, Jnana Vairagya Yuktere Bhakti Yogena Yoginaha Shemaya Padamulam Me Pravisanti Akuto Bhayam. Number 44. Now, one who does like this, Etavan eva loke asmin pumsam nisreyasa udayaha tivrena bhakti yogena manaha mai arpitam sthiram. Come back to Manmana Bhava, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. This is where the starting point and the ending point both are the same. Okay. Etavan eva loke asmin pumsam nisreyasa udayaha tivrena bhakti yogena manaha mai arpitam sthiram. Asmin loke, in this world, pumsam, for men, tivrena bhakti yogena, the intense bhakti yogam, the pathway of bhakti, practicing loving Bhagavan, mai, in me, arpitam, offered, surrendered to, manaha, the mind. The mind that has been surrendered or offered to me in this world for all the people who do this and by practicing bhakti, this arpidam, the mind that has been offered and submitted to Bhagavan, that mind sthiram, the mind is firm and stable and does not get any type of agitation or disturbances. Etavan, that is what is Nisreyasa udayaha. Nisreyasaha moksham. Very simply put. Okay? Udayaha, that is the first step. It says that is the beginning of, this is so beautiful. So, to attain Vaikuntham, the very first step is mind must be offered to me and placed in me. Manayeva, Mayeva Mana Adhatva. We saw that in Bhakti Yogam in Bhagavad Gita a few sessions before. Same teaching. Mind placed in me. Sthiram, firmly. That is the Nisreyasa Udayaha, the very first step, the blooming step for all the on this journey of Bhakti Yogam, the pathway of Bhakti. What can be more clear than this? Okay, so now our time is up. So we will continue this with Swami's grace, some corresponding teachings from Bhagavad Gita, and dwell on this a little bit more. So that this was so important, this Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, that is the only teaching that is required, really. The only final teaching, the beginning teaching Every time if you focus on that, Manmana Bhava, Madbhaktaha, that is enough. Everything else takes care of by itself. Okay. Etavan eva loke asmin pumsam nishreyasa udayah तीव्रेण भक्तियोगेन मनः मयि अर्पितं स्थिरम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां तृतीयस्कन्धे कापिलेय उपाख्याने पंचविंशो अध्यायः. विंशत् means 20, pancha means 5, 25th. This is thus ends the 25th adhyayam called Kapila Upakhyanam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.